Hi guys, it's Miss Miami. This is my channel, obviously. Thank you so much for those who were watching, who have been watching the music video for my A-level project. I didn't want to mention it part of the link or the title because I wanted to see what people would think of it in general. And I have been reading the comments. So thank you very much everyone for watching. I'm now studying at university, studying business, and I just I've been talking to a few young people in the community, just getting their take. What is it that they want, and they've been asking me for advice about university. They're not sure if university is actually for them. Excuse my voice, that is slightly croaky. My voice has been on and off, just going and coming back. So please do apologize. Um, but they've been asking me for advice on university. Um, how is it that I went to university and studying the degree that I didn't want to choose to do in the first place? And I told them all I did was simply is outweigh the importance. I looked at what seemed to be best thing for me now and what seemed to be best for me in the future. I wanted to study international development or international relations, something that will get me into United Nations, which is like my dream job. But I didn't have the grades for the particular university I wanted to go to. So I looked at an alternative and I saw business because I thought if I can't work for the United Nations, I want to work for a big organization like Coca-Cola, BBC, oil companies. I don't know, a big company where I get to work, travel, and get to mingle with different cultures, like work with different cultures is something that I'm really clear about, like that I want to do. So I got into business. There was a few issues, with my choosing what sort of business I want. But when it came to looking at the modules, which is something you need to make sure you do, is you look at the modules. What are the things that you like? I looked at my list, and one thing I really, really hated was economics, purely because economics is what I failed at A levels, and I was so scared that I'm going to fail it again. And I contacted the university and I asked them, okay, what can I do? I really don't want to do economics, but it's a core module. What can I do? Is there any support? And they told me, there's enough support. You can always talk to the lecturers. There's the skills unit. There's the business school support. There's the student center. There's all sorts of support. They can give you more work, and you just have to teach yourself the LRC, the Learning Resource Unit, which will be your best friend. Trust me, it will be your best friend when you get to uni. You'll be able to get resources from there. So I was like, okay, do you know what? It sounds okay. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Got to university, found out that it's not coursework, it's actually 100% tests. To me, or a general person, tests and exams mean the same. But with university, tests means in class or in the lecture theatre, and exam means actually under exam conditions with, examiners. You know how you do it for A-levels, GCSEs and all that. That's exam and not in-class tests. So I just had to revise. The first test I got 45%. I know I shouldn't say this. But even my parents don't really know. But yeah, I passed, but I wasn't really happy. The second time I got a first, and that's only because I pulled myself together and I said, okay, you need to work. So yeah, I got 70%, no, 75% or something like that. I got a first, a solid first, and I was really happy. So I went from a third, which is like the lowest, to the top first in a few weeks, should I say. Is it a few weeks? Yeah, it was a few weeks. It was a few weeks I had to move from that low to that high up. And that's the thing with university. You get to move on and you get to develop. And moving on to the developing thing, uni is a learning experience. I don't know how many times I can say this. it has changed me so much. I've become more independent. I've become myself. I've been able to find out who I am, kind of thing. It's not like I didn't know who I was. It's just the things that I liked, the things that interested me the most, the things that I want to like put as a priority compared to everything else, the way I organize things, the way I like to have my life. Because at the end of the day, after university comes my own private life, and as an adult from then on, it's scary, but university does prepare you for that. And if you don't go to university, I'm not going to say it doesn't teach, like you're not going to learn, but university kind of tries to organize it. You've got your work, so me going to class is my work. My teacher did say from the beginning, treat this as a 9 to 5 job, and when you leave, you'll be fine. So that's exactly what I've been doing. And when I've got assessments and everything, when I've got tests, I've got coursework that needs to be done, and it's not up to 100%. Sorry, I do overtime, and to be honest, it is rewarding once you put in all that overtime in the LRC. So yeah. Put in that extra work. That's what you need to do. You need to be able to distinguish between educational time, so work time, and social life time. Your social life needs to be separated from your work. Is something that you'll learn, especially in the first week, because Freshers Week is so crazy. It's fun. There's a lot of things going on. Every single university does it. At my university, it just goes nuts. And you like things that will go on, you won't like certain things, but it's just going crazy, and then work kicks in, and first it will be like whoa kind of thing, but then you get to understand. So yeah, that's university. If you also living on campus, living with people that different types of people. There's messy people, there's people that can't cook, there's people that are just emotional. There's all sorts of people at university, and when it comes to living on campus, it's hard because you're living with them, you're next door to them. You have to talk to them. You can't avoid them. Trust me, you can't. There's housemates that they can't avoid my face. But yeah, and you get to find out about people, find out about their cultures, and that's not just like people living on campus, it's actually on your course as well. When it comes to group work, it will become tedious, it will become hard when you're working with people who are ignorant, and people that just don't want to compromise, or people that like to work in their own time. But then you've also got nice people who want to work with you and try and make sure that everything is like up to like the T, everything having to be on point. And you be thankful and you be happy that you're working with certain people, because at the end of the day, it's a learning experience and you're learning from everything. So yeah, that's university. You get to learn how to manage your finances. You do get your loan from student loan if you're a home student. If you're EU international, you get all sorts of you can get all sorts of funding. It's all about you actually contacting people and finding out information. So yeah, it's a lot. University. There's a lot of fun times. You've got your social lifetimes. Freshers Week is where I met most of my friends that I'm friends with now. There's been a lot of drama, and I'm not going to lie, there will be drama in some situations where friendships will break. And just like sometimes you end up building them back together, and it's something that's really worth. That's when you know that these are the people that you can actually see yourself in a couple of years' time, still talking to them, or still being, still hanging out together, living together, even with certain people. Next year, I'm living with the people that I met in Freshers Week. We've just connected so much, and this is what happens at university. You just find the people that you end up connecting, and those can become your lifelong friends, partners. You'll find them here as well. It's just make sure that you're not looking out. Make sure that your degree comes first, but also remember it's time to there is a time to socialize, make friends, relax. De-stress. Trust me, you're gonna have to de-stress and have fun sometimes, because too much work is not fun and it doesn't help at all. People like it when employees like to see when you can balance things out, and you need to show them that you can. So by balancing out work, so educational work, and also probably part-time work if you do volunteering as well. You can show them that you do work, academic work, volunteering, and socializing. You know, it just shows how much of a person you are, and just taking things one step at a time with learning. If you learn a little, I know parents would say this, learning a little will help. It really does. Even if it means sitting in your room and just reading over your notes. It's really hard, but once you get in the swing of it, your exam will just be easy, trust me. Write notes. That's another thing. Write notes. I don't It can be like from day one, your induction lecture. Write notes. If you think it's important, write it down, because there's things that I'm using from the first week that I'm using it today. Get yourself also involved with different societies. There's all sorts of societies. It's crazy. There's Afro-Caribbean Society, there's the Glee Society, there's the Quidditch Society, etc., etc. So yeah, get yourself involved in school life. People like to see it. I mean, by people, it's employees. And stay healthy. Go to the gym. Go take a walk. Go out. Don't drink too much. You party, party, party. It will get hard, but you'll be able to balance it. And take care of yourself. Have fun and learn and be yourself. I don't know how much to reiterate, but if you've got any questions, just let me know. Yeah, I mean, it's just a quick overview of like my thoughts on university, how I can help young people in understanding. There is funding, there's information, whatever it is, just ask. It's all it takes, just asking people for information, and you will get it. Go to university, contact a university, even though it's not the university you want to go to, but just contact them and they'll be able to let you know the things. Because again, as I said before, university is a learning experience and I don't want you guys to miss out. It might be expensive. I'm paying a lot of money, but it's for my future. So yeah, if you got any questions, just comment below. Like, whatever, subscribe. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying, isn't it? But yeah, if you like it, let me know. If you got any questions, comment. I will try and get back. Yeah, I'll get back as soon as I can. If there's any videos that I will be coming out, I can't promise you, but actually, if you got a question, I'll probably write a response video with the questions that come up. But yeah, share it with your friends if you think this has been helpful. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.